Why would I, Jason Lee, I'm getting calls.
Jason Lee recently addressed the situation involving Jay-Z and Beyonce after alleging that the power couple reached out to him in response to viral rumors about their friendship with Diddy. Speaking candidly on his podcast, Lee expressed confusion over why the couple was engaging with him, especially since he hadn't publicly commented on the matter in question. The circumstances surrounding these interactions appear perplexing, especially when viewed through the lens of modern celebrity culture, where even the smallest gestures can spark an endless web of speculation and assumptions. Jason's initial tone reflected that bewilderment. "Jay-Z, I know you're watching because you got people calling me," Lee began, as if trying to unravel the logic behind why these two megastars, who seemingly hold all the power, would be indirectly concerning themselves with his platform. He found the indirect nature of the outreach to be peculiar, highlighting that the people calling him were not Jay-Z or Beyonce themselves, but their intermediaries, perhaps assistants, PR agents, or even mutual acquaintances who decided to play the role of messengers. "Stop having people call me," Lee continued, clearly irritated by this buffer that was preventing a more authentic and direct conversation. The implication was clear. In the world of celebrities, where layers of protection and curated communication are the norm, even a simple phone call can become a game of telephone, with messages being filtered and misinterpreted by multiple parties before they reach their intended recipient. For someone like Jason Lee, whose entire career has revolved around cutting through the noise of celebrity narratives, this level of indirection only added to the absurdity of the situation. His challenge to Jay-Z, "Call me yourself, you know how to get my number," wasn't just a demand for clarity but a statement about the importance of authenticity in an industry that often thrives on ambiguity. Lee's comments suggested a growing frustration, not only with the couple's handling of the situation but with the broader patterns of how celebrities navigate their public image. His remark, "Because this right here is gonna go viral," felt less like a warning and more like a resigned acknowledgement of the inevitable. In today's world, where every utterance from a public figure can be dissected, analyzed, and spun into endless interpretations by fans and the media alike, Lee understood that this moment, no matter how trivial it may have seemed, was bound to take on a life of its own. The media machine, which he is both a part of and constantly at odds with, would do what it does best: turn even the most mundane celebrity interactions into sensationalized headlines. Tension here wasn't just between Jason Lee and Jay-Z or Beyonce, it was between Jason Lee and the entire structure of celebrity culture, where real communication often feels like a rare commodity, lost in a sea of carefully managed personas, PR strategies, and public performance. Lee, having built his reputation as a no-nonsense commentator on the lives of the rich and famous, wasn't content to play by these rules. He wanted directness, clarity, and perhaps most of all, honesty, a rarity in a world where every word is measured, every gesture calculated. What made this situation even more intriguing was the fact that Lee admitted to being a longtime fan of Beyonce. This added another layer to his frustration. For someone who had spent years following her career, admiring her talent, and in some ways idolizing her, the perceived distance and coldness of their communication now felt personal. He wasn't just some outsider commenting on a celebrity scandal. He was someone who had once been a superfan, someone who had invested emotionally in the narrative of Beyonce and Jay-Z as larger-than-life figures. And now, in this moment of tension, that admiration was being put to the test. "I will tell you to the audience, if I do come up missing, all the calls I've been getting have been about him," Lee joked, but the humor thinly veiled a deeper sense of unease. There was an underlying recognition that in the world of fame, where money and influence rule, even a harmless joke can take on darker undertones. While he made it clear that he wasn't genuinely fearful for his safety, the weight of the situation still hung in the air. Jason's comments were a reflection of the precarious balance between celebrity and media, where even those who thrive on exposing the lives of the famous can sometimes feel the pressure of that very exposure. Jason Lee's podcast monologue, while entertaining, tapped into a deeper issue that has long been present in the celebrity world: the disconnect between the public personas that stars carefully curate and the private realities that they so fiercely guard. Jay-Z and Beyonce, for all their fame and fortune, have managed to maintain an aura of mystery and control over their public image. They are among the few A-list celebrities who rarely engage in the kind of public spats or controversies that plague many of their peers. Even when rumors circulate about their marriage or their relationships with other high-profile figures, they often choose silence or carefully worded statements to address the matter. This strategy has worked for them for years, allowing them to rise above the noise and maintain a level of dignity that is often lost in the world of celebrity gossip. But as Jason Lee's comments suggest, this level of control can also breed frustration for those who feel they are on the outside looking in. For someone like Lee, whose career is built on transparency and candid commentary, the idea that Jay-Z and Beyonce would choose to communicate indirectly feels not only impersonal but also disingenuous. He understands the game of celebrity as well as anyone, but that doesn't mean he has to like it. His frustration with the situation is a reflection of a larger cultural shift, where fans and media alike are becoming increasingly tired of the smoke and mirrors that define so much of celebrity life. The heart of Jason Lee's commentary is a sense of disillusionment, not just with Jay-Z and Beyonce, but with the entire system of celebrity that they represent. In a world where fans feel increasingly entitled to access the private lives of the stars they admire, the walls that celebrities build around themselves can feel like a personal affront. Lee's demand for direct communication was not just about the specifics of the situation at hand. It was about a larger desire for authenticity in an industry that often feels anything but authentic. The irony, of course, is that even as Jason Lee called out Jay-Z and Beyonce for their lack of direct communication, he himself was engaging in a form of indirect communication by addressing them through his podcast. This, too, is a reflection of the complexities of modern celebrity culture, where public figures often use media platforms to send messages to one another, knowing full well that their comments will be picked up by fans, bloggers, and journalists and eventually reach their intended audience. In this way, Lee's podcast became part of the very system he was critiquing, a platform through which he could air his grievances while also contributing to the spectacle of celebrity drama. What makes this situation even more compelling is the fact that it involves not just any celebrities but Jay-Z and Beyonce, two of the most powerful and influential figures in the music industry. Their relationship, both personal and professional, has long been the subject of fascination and speculation. From their secretive courtship to their eventual marriage, to the rumors of infidelity that were famously addressed in Beyoncé's album Lemonade, Jay-Z and Beyonce have managed to turn even the most intimate aspects of their lives into public art. But while they may have shared their struggles through their music, they have remained largely silent when it comes to directly addressing rumors or controversies in the media. This has allowed them to maintain a level of control over their narrative that few other celebrities can claim. But it has also created a sense of distance between them and the public, a distance that Jason Lee's comments seem to be challenging. By calling out the couple for their indirect communication, Lee is essentially demanding a level of transparency that Jay-Z and Beyonce have spent years avoiding. And in doing so, he is tapping into a larger cultural conversation about the role of celebrities in the digital age.